In 2014, the Authority was running WWE, and for about a year and a half, they were making everybody's life miserable. But in November 2014, everything would change, as their jobs would be placed on the line in the most entertaining, surprising, edge-of-your-seat Survivor Series elimination match in WWE history. But before I could tell you that story, I have to tell you this story.
Because you know what I know, John, and that is you can't fight the future.
After defeating Randy Orton to become the #1 contender to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the next night on Raw, John Cena is in the ring with Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie is asking John to join the Authority. John Cena refuses, saying that he never has been or never will be a sellout. Triple H then comes out and tells Cena he can't just run from the future, and without the Authority on his side, it's going to be too hard for him to deal with it alone. Triple H announces that at Survivor Series, it will be Team Cena versus Team Authority. He finishes the segment by saying that the Authority is the future and the future always wins. Later that night, John Cena and Dolph Ziggler were seen talking backstage, hinting at the possibility of Dolph joining Team Cena. Later on, Dolph would face Kane in a winning effort, but would be attacked by Seth Rollins after the match. John Cena would soon come to Dolph Ziggler's aid and save him. In the main event, John Cena would face Seth Rollins and suffer the same fate. Ziggler would come to Cena's aid, confirming that he is now a part of Team Cena. The next week on Raw, Vince McMahon appears along with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H to make a big Survivor Series announcement. He announces that he wants to raise the stakes in the Team Cena versus Team Authority match and says that if the Authority loses, they will be out of power. Stephanie looks on confused while Triple H gains a huge smirk. Later on that night, the Authority confronts Dolph Ziggler's choice to join Team Cena. Triple H tries to talk him out of it by saying that it's a lose-lose situation for him. He continues by saying that if Dolph calls John Cena and tell him that he's off his team, Triple H will give him anything he wants. Dolph refuses and says the only thing he wants is the Authority out of power. Triple H ends the segment by saying that if Team Cena loses, it's all on Dolph. Later on that night, Rusev would defend his newly won United States Championship against former champion Sheamus. He would retain, but after the interference from J&J Security, showing his alliance with the Authority. Even later that night, Sheamus, Big Show, and Jack Swagger would join Team Cena, while Mark Henry and Ryback joined Team Authority. Unfortunately, in a match against Seth Rollins, Jack Swagger would get injured, taking him out of the Survivor Series match. In the main event, John Cena would face Ryback, and deep into the match, Ryback would be setting Cena up for a meat hook clothesline, but Kane interferes, costing the match for Ryback. Ryback and Kane would then get into an altercation, but Rollins would try to calm it down. Ryback would attack Rollins, which led to Kane attacking Ryback. Team Authority would begin to beat down on Cena until members of Team Cena come to his rescue, but one by one, they would get put down by the Authority. Ryback would eventually recover and clear Team Authority out of the ring. While Ryback's music plays, the camera cuts to the backstage and sees a dazed Dolph Ziggler thrown against the wall by Luke Harper, who says he's a team player. The next week on Raw, Stephanie is in the ring with the Big Show and is trying to get him to come over to Team Authority by offering him a spot in the 2015 Hall of Fame. Big Show refuses, and then Sheamus comes out. Stephanie McMahon then makes a match for later that night against Big Show and Sheamus. During the match, Mark Henry and Rusev would come out and interfere. Mark Henry would put Sheamus through a table, injuring him and taking him out of the Survivor Series match. In the final segment of that week's Raw, Team Authority and Team Cena have their contract signing. All members of Team Authority are in the ring while John Cena is by himself. John Cena is cutting a promo saying when Team Cena wins at Survivor Series, Triple H will be stuck cleaning toilets and getting everything that's coming to him. Stephanie McMahon then slaps Cena, which puts Cena in fight mode. Ziggler soon comes out to Cena's aid, but the numbers are still at a disadvantage. Luke Harper's music starts to play, and everyone looks around confused until they see Eric Rowan pull up in a sheet mask. Harper's eyes start to widen in surprise. Stephanie, who's starting to sound nervous, states that there's still a disadvantage for them. After trolled by Cesaro, Team Authority starts laughing at Team Cena. But then all of a sudden,
feed me more.
As the smile fades from Stephanie's face, Ryback marches to the ring. As soon as he enters, a brawl breaks out. The fight ends with Cena putting Triple H through a table. On the November 21st episode of SmackDown, Triple H announced that if Team Cena lost, everyone but Cena would be fired. With Survivor Series 2 days away and multiple jobs on the line, Team Cena and Team Authority faced off in one of the most high-stakes Survivor Series matches in WWE history.
Team Authority loses, then they will no longer be the Authority.
The match begins with Mark Henry and Big Show. First thing Mark Henry does is start trash talking the other team. After threatening Team Cena, he goes over to Triple H, who begins to hype him up. After being hyped up, he runs towards Big Show. But out of nowhere, Big Show throws the right hand, knocking out Mark Henry. He goes for the pin, and Mark Henry is eliminated. Big Show stares at Triple H and Stephanie as they looked on shook. It's now 5-4, Team Cena. Rollins and Harper begin to devise a plan. Harper distracts Big Show while Rollins sneaks attacks Big Show from behind. Big Show will recover and throw Rollins around while Triple H sits at ringside. For a few minutes, members of Team Cena would take turns beating up members of Team Authority until it's Ryback and Rusev in the ring. Ryback has Rusev for the shell shock, looking for another elimination. But out of nowhere, Kane delivers a big boot and mayhem breaks out. During the mayhem, Rollins gives Ryback a curb stomp and Rusev capitalizes. Rusev super kicks Ryback and pins him, eliminating Ryback, evening the score. Triple H raises his hand, regaining a bit of confidence. As the match resets from the mayhem, it starts with Big Show and Rusev, but quickly slides into Authority control. Members of Team Authority beat up Big Show and Dolph. Eventually, it's Dolph and Rusev in the ring. Dolph escapes Rusev's grasp and counters him with a jumping DDT, regaining control for Team Cena. Dolph goes for a pin, but Harper breaks it. Members of each team enter the ring one by one, taking each other out. With just Rusev and Dolph in the ring, Dolph tries to go for a famouser, but Rusev counters and throws him out the ring, onto other superstars. Rusev leaves the ring and clears 2 announce tables. He places Dolph Ziggler on the Spanish table and stands on the English one. Rusev attempts to do a splash on Dolph, but Dolph quickly moves out the way. The ref begins to count, and J&J security frantically try to get Rusev up. Dolph beats the count, but Rusev doesn't, thus getting eliminated. It's now 4-3 Team Cena. Dolph tags in Cena, and it's now Cena and Kane in the ring. Cena hits Kane with the attitude adjustment, but Rollins interferes and hits Cena with the curb stomp. Cena and Kane tag out with Harper and Rowan coming in. Rowan takes control and beats down on Luke Harper. Kane comes in and attempts to chokeslam Rowan, but Rowan quickly breaks free. But Rollins comes in from the sky and knees Rowan in midair. Luke Harper capitalizes and eliminates Rowan. The score is even once again with 3-3. With the remaining 3 members of Team Authority and John Cena in the ring, Big Show enters the ring to help Cena, but then he begins to question himself on what he should do next. Big Show, confused, looks back and forth between Cena and Team Authority. Then all of a sudden, Big Show knocks out John Cena. Rollins quickly goes for a pin and eliminates Cena. Big Show, the traitor, shakes Triple H's hand and leaves. As Team Authority celebrates and ridicules Dolph, Cena walks away in shame. It's now up to Dolph Ziggler. In order to save his job and his teammates, Dolph must pull a 2016 Cavs and do a 3-1 comeback. Team Authority takes turns beating up Dolph Ziggler. Eventually, Kane has Dolph on a turnbuckle, but Dolph counters and hits a crossbody. Quickly, Dolph superkicks Kane and pins him. It's now 2-1 Team Authority. Harper quickly takes control of Ziggler for a while, but eventually Ziggler rolls up Harper, eliminating him, evening the score. A look of worriedness starts to set on the Authority's face. Seth quickly enters the ring and attacks Dolph Ziggler. He throws Dolph outside, throws him against the barricade, and then throws him back in the ring. Once Dolph and Seth are back in the ring, Dolph quickly goes for a small package. 1, 2, but Rollins kicks out. Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins each had back and forth moments, with both of them having the chance to go for a pin, but unsuccessful. driving the emotions high with not only the crowd, but the authority as well. A frustrated Triple H yells at Joey Mercury to do something. As Dolph Ziggler goes for a zigzag, J&J security try to enter the ring, but Dolph blocks them. Rollins aims for Ziggler in the corner, but Dolph Ziggler gets out of the way and performs a zigzag. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, but Triple H pulls the ref out the way, breaking up the pin. J&J security enter the ring and begin to stomp away on Dolph Ziggler, but eventually Dolph Ziggler regains control and super kicks Joey and Jamie. He goes for Rollins but misses. Rollins counters and gives him a buckle bomb in the corner. Rollins then goes for a curb stomp, but Ziggler gets out the way and hits a zigzag. Dolph goes for the pin, but there's no ref. A ref soon comes out and starts to count, but Triple H enters the ring and hits the ref on the back of the head, knocking him out. Triple H then breaks Dolph down and pedigrees him. He places Rollins over a broken Dolph Ziggler and signals for his crooked ref, Scott Armstrong, to come out and count the pin. Armstrong begins to count, and it looks like the Authority would win the match and retain their jobs. But out of nowhere, Sting makes his WWE debut. Triple H looks confused as Sting enters the ring. For a few moments, Triple H and Sting stare each other down. Triple H swings for Sting's head but misses, and Sting hits him with the Scorpion Death Drop. Sting pulls Ziggler into the cover of Seth Rollins. The original ref crawls back into the ring and counts the pin for Team Cena to take the victory. It's official. The Authority are now out of power. The fans in the crowd are cheering with excitement. As Stephanie and Triple H recover from the events of the match, they realize their fate. Triple H is shocked and Stephanie is in denial. Stephanie cries out in distress as the show goes off the air. After this match, the Authority would resign, but would be brought back 1 month later after Cena was given an ultimatum by Seth Rollins. Sting would go on to have his long-awaited first match in WWE against Triple H at WrestleMania, but that is a story for another time.